Foreclosures can create a huge crisis throughout the business landscape, and I want to explain how this is all connected. You know that a while ago, the federal government, through the Federal Housing Finance Authority, stopped the foreclosure on residential mortgages and provided a 12-month forbearance for those. You know that also earlier, through actions of the legislature and with the signature of the governor, that the courts in Ohio have the ability to suspend evictions through July. But there is a connectivity to all of this. If somebody cannot pay their rent and we're not evicting them because they can't pay their rent, well, that means that the person who owns that apartment complex, who also has a commercial mortgage, that they aren't receiving the money that they need to pay back their lender. And if we don't solve this chain, then the person at the bottom also gets hurt, because the person who owns that particular facility will be foreclosed upon and then unable to provide services down the line. This affects everybody from small businesses to tenants and so forth. And so what we're really doing with this is creating a 90-day pause in this process, where we're asking that, like most Ohio banks have done, to allow for this 90-day deferral to hopefully get the lenders to put that on the back end of the loan with their principal and interest and avoid those penalties. Because if we do this right, if we hit that pause button, everybody in the process will get a chance to get through this, particularly for small businesses who will want to keep that cash in their pockets to keep their employees hired and to have the money to restart their business once we get through the period where we've hit this pause due to the coronavirus spread. This will, frankly, this will have a huge impact on what happens when we try to restart things. It is so very important that we do this. I think that what we see on a lot of these occasions, this is a perfect example of this in the economy, whether we're trying to control the spread by keeping people apart, which we know has an effect on what happens in our health community and our community at large. This has the same effect on the economics of what's happening in the mortgage industry with commercial residential customers. So again, we're all in this together. The executive order that the governor just signed will help us get through this from an economic point of view.